From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Hi, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We're here with Chef Michael today in the kitchen, and he's going to be preparing a special breakfast. A special breakfast for us this morning. What are you making for us, Chef Michael?
Nothing. I ain't doing nothing today. I'm going to go home. Anyway, how was your weekend, everybody? We had a great time. And we're shooting once again out of the house. And we're going to do something a little special. For those that are listening in right now, please don't call in because we won't be able to hear your call.
That's right.
Because of kind of the remote. So we're here today having some fun. It's just Sandy and I. We got lots to talk about, lots that we're going to do, lots of programs that we're going to tell you about. But today I'm going to do something special. Sandy always says, the only thing you always cook is Italian food? No. Well, I had an old woman, she was an Okie lady from Mississippi, and she taught me how to make the real, authentic country gravy. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for you today. Now, for those that are listening in, what time, John? About 1 o'clock, our cameraman? 3 o'clock this afternoon? Go to YouTube, put in Sandy Kastel and Friends, and today's date. And what's the date today, Sam?
I don't know.
Wonderful, Sam. I think it's the what? The 12th, John? The 15th. All right, today's the 15th. I don't even know what date it is today.
It doesn't really matter. If you go to YouTube, you're going to pull up all of our website, all of our shows on YouTube. Just go to Sandy Kastel and Friends, and they'll all pop up. And then you can see this special.
Now, I'm sorry. Now, ladies and gentlemen in Radio Land are listening, I'm looking at the Skype, so I'm looking at John, which is our... Ryan, our engineer.
Hi, Ryan.
And I'm going to make sure that we got some eye contact. Now, what we do here is I'm going to walk over to the sink, all right, and I'm going to put the faucet on, and I'm going to wash my hands, all right, which is very, very important. I'm going to dry them. Now, this is the key, Sandy, the country breakfast, all right? You get yourself, now this is for 4 people. I'm going to cook for 4. This is a half a pound of bacon, okay? This is a half a pound.
Not a pound.
Not a pound.
Oh.
I use a half a pound. Now, I want to conduct my dear friend John here. Styles, follow Sandy and I. John, you watching us? Come on over here. And I'm going to put the bacon in the skillet. Oh my God, look how beautiful. And what you do, now we got an hour show, because normally we would have this done in advance. But since it's an hour show, I want to take you step by step of what needs to be done. And this is the regular bacon from Smith's, and I like that they got all different kinds. But the thicker the bacon, it's not that much grease, believe it or not, that they have. The thinner the bacon, the better off you'll be. Now, as that's cooking, as you can see over here, I made home fried potatoes. I made them in advance. Very, very simple. What you do is you just get your potatoes, you fry them with oil, and you add a little bit of butter, and you put a lid to soften them up. Then take them off. And then let them cook. It's really, really simple, very, very easy. And then what happens is the gravy we pour on top. Plus, I'm going to do a scrambled egg, a country-style scrambled egg. So as that's cooking, I know Sandy wants to say something. Go ahead, Sandy. Tell the viewers what we're doing and what's happening.
Smells good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Michael? I was back in the Midwest a lot, in Nashville, Tennessee, and this was kind of a staple breakfast for us, back there. Bob Evans is one of the places back there that makes the country breakfast, and it was one of my favorites, especially having the biscuits. Now, I know for the biscuits, you just went ahead and you bought the biscuits, right?
Well,
made.
I'm not one for baking.
Okay.
My grandmother taught me the basics of Italian cuisine, but that old woman just never baked for, don't ask me why, but she sure specialized in cooking.
So these are Kroger's Jumbo biscuits, flaky buttermilk biscuits.
They're flaky buttermilk biscuits. And Sandy, what I'd like you to do, okay, this is going to take about 30 minutes to make. What I want you to do is open that up.
Okay.
The pan's right there. John's going to follow you explicitly. Open that up here. And then what you do is you hit it with a little shot and it'll pop open.
Putting me on the spot.
Go ahead, Sandy. Watch what you do. Watch how domestic Sandy Kastel is.
Oh, yeah, so domestic.
Very good.
I just supposed to pop it or something?
But no, you just got to give it a shot. All right.
There we go. Oh! Okay, you open these up. Now we're just going to make these the regular size, right, Michael? You put them out on the dish here.
Boy, that looks fantastic. We got to keep talking because remember, we're on radio and people say, what's that lull?
That's right, what is that lull?
What's that lull? So again, like I said, everybody, what we're doing right now is we're putting the biscuits on the tray.
A little closer.
And there's total of how many? 8, right, Sam?
We need a bigger pot, a bigger
No,
pan.
you can handle it.
Well, it's going to be a little tight, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but that's good
They're
luck.
gonna, like,
It's good
run
luck.
over each other.
It's good luck when you do that. And then you will watch the beautiful Sandy Kastel walk over to the oven, and she's going to put that right in the oven, and that takes about 35 minutes, you know, until it's golden brown. And the oven is preheated, everybody.
Now, do you want?
How we doing, Brian? Are we still coming in nice and clear? All right.
Michael, do you want to bring this up a little bit?
Just like that is fine because it's not broiled. It'll come out real nice. And that's at 350 degrees. And then
50 degrees.
we're back over here. And you can see how beautiful. Now, I want everybody to know there's a combination of true country gravy. And the key of the country gravy, believe it or not, is the drippings of the bacon. But this is what I was taught. Sam, if you could give me that book over there. Now, Jimmy Dean makes a great sausage. As you can see, we got, it's a tube of sausage. What you want to do is cut it in half. Remember, Sandy, this is only for 4 people. All right? Now, that bacon's cooking. As soon as the bacon is done, we take the bacon out. Could I have my spatula there, young lady? Thank you so much. Yeah. And what you do is you grab your bacon. As you can see, now Sandy likes the bacon a little bit crispy. You know. Now see what you got here? All right. This is the fun of all this. Oh yeah. And as this bacon is cooking, and again, like I said, I would have normally done this earlier, but I want to take you step by step since it's an hour show. And what we've done is this is just me and her today, so we can go step by step for you people that are in TV land and in radio and they're listening right now, because everybody likes gravy. Now, believe it or not, in my neighborhood in Philadelphia, I came to Vegas in 1974, and I was at the Sahara Hotel, and I said, I'd like to have some spaghetti, and I want a lot of gravy on my spaghetti. And the waitress said to me, sir, are you sure you want gravy? Oh yeah, I want a lot of gravy. But she brought me spaghetti with a lot of brown gravy on it. Because we called it gravy. Out here they call it sauce. Back east we called it macaroni. Out here they call it pasta.
So what you're making today is the southern.
This is the southern.
The white gravy.
This is the white gravy. This is the gravy you put on chicken fried steak, the potatoes. But wait till you see how easy and simple this is. And what I've done is I broke everything down to show you exactly how it's done. And this is what's really exciting about it. And today's Monday, which we're so excited. Last night we had a wonderful dinner last night. And we had all our friends over and we made a fantastic meal. And one of these days one Sunday I'm going to shoot the show, do my Sunday dinner to show everybody that what we have. And as you can see, folks, the bacon is starting to get nice and crispy now. Okay? And then I want to show you the key of the combination of how it has to be. Sandy, do you have our flyer right here? Did I get that flyer? You want to wait? Okay, she wants to wait. All right, whatever she wants to do. What am I going to do, folks? All right. Bacon is coming yet. How are we doing with the commercial? How are we looking away? How many more minutes we have, Brian?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Just keep
10
cooking.
minutes. Great. Now look at this. Look how beautiful this is coming out, everybody. This is fantastic. Oh, it's starting to get nice and crispy. See that? All right. Now, you see there's another pan on the other side. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what needs to be done on that one there. And what you do is you heat your pans up prior to that. Okay. Now this is almost done, folks. As you can see, what a shame that no one can really see what's happening right now. But like I said, at 3 o'clock this afternoon, what you have to do is go on YouTube and you'll see exactly what we're doing right here. Now this bacon is done, okay? And what you do is get your bacon, let it drip off, all right? And you put it on your towel or your napkin to take the excess grease off that. Now see everybody, here's your bacon grease. Here's the hook. Watch what I'm doing. Be careful. And then what you do, you just smash this down. You got your sausage right here. I'm frying the sausage, everybody, which is the Jimmy Dean sausage, not the Italian sausage. Like some people will go out and buy Italian sausage. This sausage right here. And we're going to break it up and smush it up in there. And we're going to let this cook. And then I'm going to show you, okay, how simple this is to do. Now many times you say, well, how fast do I make this gravy? Well, it takes precisely 3 minutes to tighten this up and put this together. And one thing about pork, everybody, it's very important, and Sam, I want you to know, you got to make sure that the pork is cooked. And John, are you getting a close-up shot here? As you can see, the color is starting to change. All right, now remember, the key to this is the sausage is cooking in the grease and the drippings from the bacon. You got 2 combinations here. And this is where your flavor really comes in at. Absolutely incredible. All right, absolutely incredible. And again, you add a little bit of salt. All right, and you add a little bit of black pepper, as I'm doing right now. And what I usually do now, folks, be very careful with this. Just to sprinkle a pinch of a little garlic, granulated garlic, just to give it a little kick. You don't have to, it's optional. Okay, now as you can see, this is done. Now what you do is I have a cup of milk, which is, Sandy, where are you, sweetheart? Come on over here. I'll make you do it, Sandy. Come on over, hon. There she is.
No, I'm trying to find the bowl.
Okay, here's some milk, Sandy. What I'd like you to do is to get that milk and pour that milk right inside there.
This milk?
Yep. Watch what Sandy's doing, everybody. All at once. Just pour that milk right in there. And that's a cup of milk, everybody. A cup of milk. And I need you to get me a fork, Sandy. Can I get a fork from you? Okay. That's marvelous. Okay, now as you can see this, then what you do is you lower your flame. All right? You lower your flame, and what you see here, now here is the sauce, and now I'm going to show you the trick that makes all this difference. As you can see, folks, oil will separate from milk because it's heavier, oil and water. And you see the difference on the top? As you're watching today at 3 o'clock, when you zoom in on us, you'll see the difference. See the oil that's on the top? Once I add the flour, which is 2 heaping, it's a 1 tablespoon, okay, and a little bit more of flour. Once I add this flour to this sauce, it will tighten up. This will all disappear. If you have more oil, then that means you didn't add enough milk or enough flour. Now, as you can see over here, this is a pan. All right, now what we're going to do here is we're going to raise this
pan.
Be careful, it's hot. All right, now Sandy, there's 2 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of butter. Put that tablespoon of butter right inside there. That's it. Watch what, oh, look at, that's it. Beautiful. Watch yourself. That's all right, don't get nervous. All right, very good. She's doing a great job. I tell you, Sandy, you have aspirations to be a tremendous chef, and I can see it right now. But it looks like you're not going to get in the kitchen for a long time. Now, see the butter here? Now, a lot of people make scrambled eggs, all right? They make scrambled eggs, but when I make my scrambled eggs, I make them in butter because they come out so moist, so delicious, and so tender. Now, Sam, be so kind to beat those eggs up. Are you watching, everybody? Okay, everybody's listening on the radio today. I'm sure we got all our fans out there. Perco's listening. We're beating the egg. Oh, boy. Beating the eggs.
Whoa.
Take your
that
time.
butter's popping.
That's all right. It's good luck when butter pops.
Is this why you called your cookbook,
Don't pop the stove.
Don't turn the stove.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Watch yourself. Pour that in your Sam. Go ahead. Take your time. Don't get nervous. I can see she's not one for the kitchen. All right.
Hey, I've been in the kitchen since I was 4 years old.
Yes, that's right. And you need to get back into a kitchen again. All right. Now, see what I'm doing here? Now, watch this. You stir it up. Look how beautiful this is. All right. Look at this, how beautiful. Now, let me tell you something, folks, about this. You can season that if you want, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. But remember, that's going to go on top of that. So as this is cooking, all right, this comes out real nice. And one thing about when you make eggs, you know, in butter, they're so moist, they're so delicious. It just has such a beautiful flavor to it. And I always like that. I don't like them in oil, unless if it's a fried egg. You know, and then you let that cook up. It's almost like an omelet. You don't want it to be solid, then you'd be chopping it up. But what the butter does, it gives a great consistency, and it's so flavorful.
Now, how come you don't put your salt and pepper in there?
Well, because I'm using, you got to remember that the sausage and the bacon have salt.
Okay.
In this sauce here. You don't want it too salty. Okay, because one thing, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to know that if you got something that's too salty, you got to throw it out.
Yeah.
You can't save it, you can't work with it. You could always add salt, but you can't distract. And as you can see, look how beautiful this is coming out. All right, And then I'm going to show you, here's which is really nice, how this gets tightened up. This is the last thing that you do. We're going to get a zoom-in shot with this. It's the last thing we're going to do. You know, and like I said, it looks like it's wet. The eggs. Here, Sam, why don't you scooch it around there. Sandy's doing such a great job. Oh my God. I'm telling you something. I'm very happy that I met her. She's great in the kitchen. She said to me, she said, Mike, take me someplace that I've never been before. I took her right to the kitchen. No, I'm gonna kid you.
I used to cook before I met him.
That's right, she used to cook.
But
what the hell happened?
It's hard to have two chefs in the kitchen, if you know what I mean.
Oh, now she became a chef. Excuse me, everybody. She became a chef. Okay, Sam, get to your smaller bowl if you can.
Smaller bowl?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that one right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, when people in TV land, they're going to see this today when they watch this on the air. All right, just a second, everybody. Here we go. I'm shutting this off. I want to take a little shot here. John, take a close-up on them eggs. Look how beautiful, look how fluffy these eggs came out. Now, we're going to go over here. Now, basically what I'm going to do is this. We got our bacon, all right? All right, and this is for presentation. We're going to get our eggs, we're going to get our bacon, and look how beautiful this is. And remember, everybody, this is for 4 people, but me and Sandy like to eat. So we'll knock this down with no problem whatsoever.
Well, John might want some.
John Stiles is, oh yeah, John Stiles is there. Okay, now here comes the best part, everybody. All right, let me take a look here. Those biscuits they're almost done. They're getting ready. Now, folks, here's the key. Okay, now, Sandy, we got our bacon. We got our beautiful eggs. We have our beautiful, delicious potatoes. Here's the hook. Now, John, I want you to zoom in, ladies and gentlemen, in Radio Land. I know that you ain't be able to see this, but at 3 o'clock, once you zoom in, you'll see. Here what we got is a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, a heaping tablespoon of flour. Okay? And what you do is you scooch it around like this.
So you put it in all at once?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about gradually adding?
No.
Okay.
No. And what happens is that the milk... Oh, look how beautiful, everybody. I wish everybody could see this right now. But as you know, we're starting our television show in a couple weeks.
They're probably all getting hungry right now.
And now everybody can watch us from now on. We're going to be on every Saturday and Sunday with all different things. We just shot our first show at the Tuscany Grill in Henderson.
That's right. Inside their kitchen.
Inside their kitchen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is done. John, a little closer. Now, look how beautiful. Look, Sam. Look how gorgeous that gravy came out. Okay? Look how beautiful that gravy came out. All right? That's done. As you notice, everything disappeared. And see the balance? Look how beautiful. Look how nice. And this is the authentic, the traditional Okie. When I say Okie, the people know what I'm talking about in Mississippi. The Okie country gravy. And I thank that old woman who I'll never forget to show me how to make this gravy. And I tell you, it really came out great. Now, many times you can pour this on top of the egg. You can pour this over the potato city. Now you can give me that little bowl. All right? And I'm going to pour this in here like this. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Is that gorgeous? That is absolutely fantastic. Put the pan away. And we got 1 minute to go to commercial. Look at here. We got it just in time. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Kastel is going to go to the table, the just beautiful love of my life. And we're going to sit down and we're going to be back after this station break. What do you think, Sandy?
If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And he's treating us to a special Okie gravy, scrambled eggs, bacon, and potatoes. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
We'll be right back. Don't you go away.
Welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael here on KLAV. This morning, Michael has been preparing this wonderful breakfast for us, and now we're going to take the biscuits out.
Oh, look how beautiful.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes.
Is that gorgeous? Look, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could see how beautiful these biscuits are. Look how nice they are.
So should we take them over to the table
here?
Take
them over to the table.
Ah, yes.
All right. This is what I'm talking about.
This is one of my favorite dishes in the morning. Well, I'm taking mine right here. I'm grabbing my biscuit. Oh my gosh, we have napkins, we have
We got everything you
forks
want.
and spoons. Oh my god, and toast. We've got toast.
See this beautiful. Oh, am I coming? Are we coming in pretty clear?
Here, Michael.
All right, great.
Like
Well, a biscuit for me. Just
biscuit.
one biscuit. I'm going to break this in
John,
half.
we're gonna make yours in a few minutes.
Oh, look how nice this is. Look at this, how beautiful. And again, like I mentioned, folks, what we have is a beautiful country breakfast. And Sandy and I do this every single day. We never quarrel. We never say anything but I love you, dear. And then we wake up and I said I had a dream.
Actually, this is why I remember the very first breakfast you made for me, and it was like 4 eggs, 4 pieces of toast, a pound of bacon, sausage and gravy, and potatoes. I said, and it was like a dish. It was like for 4 people, and he expected me to eat the whole thing. Oh my gosh!
If you can only, the flavor of this egg is so phenomenal with that butter, folks. I swear to you, give it a try at home.
So now, why did you make toast also? Just have it
I like toast.
with your
Oh,
biscuits, right? Here, have some potatoes.
I'm on a diet.
No, you have to have a few.
I don't want it. It's important.
Oh, have a few.
That's enough. Oh my God.
You have a few, I'll have a few.
All right. But the flavor of this, Sandy, is absolutely incredible. I got to tell you, it's really, really delicious. You know, I'm really excited that we're going to television, and I'm very, very pleased that
Yeah,
we have all our associates with us. Dr. Perry, our attorney, Neil,
I know.
he's coming in, and it's going to be a lot of great things. And we're excited because, you know, we started with television, we started with radio, and we want to thank everybody, all the listeners that are out there. I keep turning around, folks. Excuse me. I'm trying to. We're on Skype with our engineer back at the radio station. So it's really, really great.
I had a little gravy on all of you.
Yeah, good. It's both that gravy.
There you go.
Be careful. Be careful. Be careful, Sam. All right.
Yeah. So we were just at the Tuscany Grill, and we went into the kitchen with Jerry Borman over there, and you and Jerry made some chicken marsala. That was very good. They made 2 different kinds of chicken marsala, and you're going to get a chance to see that soon when we go to TV. And so we filmed. Now so far we filmed the dancing segment. We filmed Tuscany Grill. We're getting ready to film for the entertainers. The interviews on Wednesday night. Oh, that's right, Wednesday night. Join us at Sienna's Italian Authentic Trattoria, because we're going to be filming for the show there. And also, you know, we've got Jimmy Molador with us. We've
The
got
great Jimmy
Chad
Molador.
Michaels.
Oh, not Chad. And
Yeah.
Ryan Rose on drums.
Oh, okay.
Joey Vespi, he went to, believe it or not, went to Italy on vacation. That
Italy?
lucky son of a, can't believe it. Rise of the Blues, he's broke, and he goes to Italy. How do you go to Italy if you're broke, Joey? I'm paying you too much money. But come back soon. We love
Yeah,
Joey
so
Vespi.
be there Wednesday night. We're going to be, the show will be at 8 o'clock, but if you want to have dinner, come at 7 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything is so good. You know, like I said, when you got radio, it's a little bit different. Because you always got to keep talking, because people are listening in. And once you see it today, then you'll understand what we put together. And I said to Sandy, I want to do something different today, because I like making dishes that everybody can cook. I said this a million times. There's a lot of great cooking shows out there. They're wonderful, but it's too complicated. We don't cook like that at home.
That's right.
The average person's got salt, pepper, parsley, garlic in their cupboards. Every nationality, every race, creed, and color. So when you make something, I said, let's do something different. So people say, you know, I got that stuff. I can make that stuff. And this is what I try to show you. Now, when we went to the Tuscany, we had a great time over there, let me tell you. And his food, whew, delicious.
Excellent.
But I made my version of chicken marsala, and he made his version of chicken marsala.
And then, of course, we had to have the cheesecake.
Well, cheesecake was
Absolutely amazing.
God, amazing was not the word. Unbelievable. I hate to talk to you with my mouth full, but I got to tell you, folks, this food is so good. It's incredible. Last night we had a dinner, and believe it or not, the Grossos were here, the millionaires. They came over as usual, and they were on time because he finally.
They were early.
They were early. He finally got an accountant that will count his money every day because he wants to know how much he has. Why? I have no idea. Who cares? You can't spend it anyway. And then the Tanners, the trillionaires. See, we got billionaires and trillionaires at Canyon Gate. Us, we're the only poor people that are here. Don't ask me how we got in, but we snuck in. Now I'm only kidding you. But anyway, they came over here. We had a great time. And Lisa Grasso could not stop eating the roasted peppers. I said, Lise, wait till everybody. And she said, I can't stop, Mike. It's so delicious. And I made polenta for Dr. Perry because he had an operation on his teeth and he couldn't chew. And for 3 days, this poor guy couldn't eat. I couldn't believe it. He ate the bowl, sucked the bowl, ate the bowl, and stole the bowl. He went home with the bowl in his pocket. But we had a great time. It was really terrific.
Well, you know, we've got another big event coming up this Saturday. We've got the WEMA event.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
WEMA?
right here at the house.
All right.
And we've got, I think Truffles and Bacon is going to be here.
I love truffles
Yeah.
and bacon.
And maybe Cafe di Cebu.
Not Cafe di
We've
Cebu.
got Chad Michaels. And he's
Chad
gonna be-
Michaels?
His trio's going to be
Chad
here.
won't be here. We'll have his cousin won't be
Oh,
here.
his cousin. Okay, his cousin. His cousin's going to be here. So we're going to have a band. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have lots of fun. And we're going to be fundraising for our WEMA scholarship. So join us. Call 702-348-5707. That's 702-348-5707. Give me a call. Let me get you on the list of people who are going to be coming on Saturday. That's from 1 till 3 on Saturday afternoon. And how are we doing over there, Ryan?
We doing all right, buddy?
Doing good?
All right.
Oh, good. All
I
right.
said 10 minutes before break.
I know.
And the nice thing about this is Cindy and I, we've been really talking about it, you know, and it's a lot of work. But I said, why don't we get our own place? It's important that we open up our own supper club. Because, you know, my dream at the age of 62, I had restaurants years ago, and I want to do a real Italian family restaurant for the show.
So we're looking for a perfect spot.
Looking for a spot that's not too big, not too small, where families can come in, and because people say, Mike, how can we taste your cooking? And unfortunately, at the Sienna's Italian Trattoria, they got their own style, their own way of cooking.
That's right.
You know, and we love Giancarlo, but I think it's time for us just to find our own place and open it up, and we can take the family to come and see a show. You're serving family-style dinner. Kids under 12, they eat for free. I'm telling you right now, I don't want us to change that because you got to be crazy. Listen, you put a pound of macaroni on the table, meatballs, let the kids eat. When it goes, it goes. But the tortoni, the spumoni, the soda, that's all a la carte. Let the kids eat. What the hell's the difference? Because we're catering to the family person. Because volume over justifies the gross. I'm a very firm believer in that. And there's a lot of wonderful Italian restaurants, but to go to somebody's house like we do, that's what I'm trying to do, is to emulate and to bring back what I once had in the 70s, and I did very successful. People came in, they get an order, I give them a choice of pasta, meatballs, sausage, antipasto, soup, or if you sat down to eat family style like you go to somebody's house. And that's what's kind of missing in Las Vegas. People go to a restaurant, they pick up a $100, $120 tab, they look at each other and say, okay, how'd you like it? Oh, it was good. How'd you like the meal? Oh, it was delicious. And they walk out the door and you hope to God you see them again.
Well, there are the best restaurants here in Las Vegas.
They are. They're really good. Tuscany. I
We've
love
got a
the
lot of
Tuscany.
great restaurants. So Sienna's, Tuscany Grill.
Love them.
Cafe di Cebu for the Filipino food.
delicious.
The thing of it is, we have a lot of variety here in Las Vegas. As a matter of fact, Ricky Cash and Aaron Phillips are always giving us these hidden treasures that they find around town that are going on.
And them guys
But-
can eat.
Oh yeah,
Glad to
yeah. And so what we're here doing, it's obviously sharing your recipes
Right.
with everybody. Also in the entertainment, because do you remember Lucy and Ricky Ricardo?
Love them.
Remember that show?
Yep.
And I remember they had the big band set up.
I remember that.
And then they had the dance floor, and then they had the tables all the way around, and everybody could sit there and enjoy fine dining and also some entertainment. So that's our goal, and we'll find a spot. We'll find a spot that's
That's
perfect for
what we
us,
want to do, because there's a lot of young people today. If you want to take them to see a show, it's going to cost you $189 a ticket to see Circus du Soleil. How many times could you go take your kids to see that? At least when we have a place,
Well, that's the thing about Vegas. We have a lot of variety.
variety. But I
Variety.
want to cater to the family guy. That's what I'm really interested in, the family guy. And I'm trying to think up of a nice name for the place. So if anybody that's out there that
Maybe
has an
our
idea,
listeners can help
our
us,
listeners
yeah.
can help us, give us a call, a name of the supper club that we like to have. People say, why don't you call it Leonetti's? No, then I'm like everybody else, because you got Leonetti's, got Pazzoli's, got Garuni, Mamali's. Everybody names it after themselves, and you become stereotyped. Something different, like the Copacabana. That's got a lot of style to it, Can't use the name because it's already copyrighted. But stuff like that, that's what really excites me. Well, my concern is to take the family in. We can take your kids in. It'd be cheaper to eat with us than go to work. Because if you go to the store today, and let's face it, you go to the store, you're paying $150, $175. You go to Smith's or Albertsons or Vons, you're picking up a big tab. And that's for the week. So the guy that has a regular job with 2, 3 kids, saying, I love to take the kids out, but it's too expensive. we got different things that we want to do. So I have a dream, I have a plan.
I have a dream.
And through God's grace, and if it's meant, and I always say through God's grace, because His plan is always the right plan. We might not want to take His road sometime, but trust me, follow that road, you never go wrong. Now, what I'm excited about is the 5th, October 5th.
I want to know, how did you eat and talk at the same time?
I'm Italian. I'm Italian. We learned to do that.
And his plate is empty.
Right. We learned to eat. Oh my God, folks! If you could only taste this, how delicious this is. And this is a simple, very inexpensive meal. It was 5 eggs, beaten up with the butter. Okay, your gravy, your sausage, half a pound of bacon, 4 potatoes cut up, a little bit of toast. This is a beautiful breakfast. This is an American traditional breakfast. This is exactly what this is. And that's what I like to do. You know, we have a lot of Italian. So every Monday, Sandy and I are going to shoot the show out of our estate here at Canyon Gate. And we'd like to do a couple remotes one day. I like to go to another spot. You know, you got some of these other breakfast houses. So as time goes on and other sponsors come in, we could always go down and do something in their place, and you know how they make, let's say, their Western omelet, or how they make their pancakes. You know me, how I make my pancakes is I buy the at Smith's. You add the water and you just scoosh it up and you pour it. You know, but because breakfast chefs, that's a whole nother ball game. That's an art in itself when you're a breakfast chef.
Well, there's places that are only for breakfast, you know.
Yes, there is. The Big Bear. What's
the
it
Egg
called?
and I.
Egg and I, very good. That's good. We got a lot of nice breakfast houses. You know, Aaron Phillips and I, and Ricky Cash, I took them to a buffet. These guys can eat. They went bankrupt the next day. These guys ate everything in the joint. Could not believe it. And I couldn't believe it, what these guys ate. 7 dozen of eggs, 15 pounds of bacon, and 35 pounds of sausage. And that just was Ricky Cash. I know he's listening out
Ricky,
there. That's right.
is he picking on you?
We love you, Rick. You're the best, pal.
I want to send a shout out to everybody.
Yeah, let's send a shout out to everybody. Let's send a shout out
to all the performers that have been coming down to Sienna's, you know, to sit in with us.
CC Spencer.
Yeah, CC Spencer. We've got Don Allen Hunley.
Not Don.
Yeah. And of course, David Costa sings with us every week, and Jimmy Mullendore is playing sax for us. In fact, my dad came and sat in last Sunday. We had a special thing where we ended up being there on Sunday because they had done some renovation to Sienna's. And you got to see that place. It's amazing. It opened up that bar area so much that it looks like a totally different place, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So my dad came down and he played a little bit.
Did a phenomenal job. And it was kind of funny because I seen Giancarlo, and I asked, I said, have anybody seen Giancarlo? And everybody now is saying, Giancarlo. So, you know, I'm only kidding, he's really not that way. He's the most humblest guy you've ever met in your life.
He's very humble, he's very shy, very quiet.
I didn't know
very modest.
He went to Paris for 5 years.
He was telling us.
He was in Paris for 5 years, learned fluent French, and learned the cuisine of the French style cooking. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, there's only a handful of guys that are really good that's out there, and he's one of them.
What's interesting is that in order to go there and work there and go to the school, they said they required him, you know, to learn the language. That was the first thing he had to do, was learn French. And then what they do is once they learn all the basics and stuff, then they put you right out there. And he said it was like a progression, you know. And then where he was working right in the middle of Paris, downtown, or whatever it's called, you know, right in the square, or whatever that is. And so that's really interesting, and I didn't know that about him. And that he had to go through all that process to do that.
And he told me a story. He said, Mike, he said, did you folks hear this before? Did they hear?
I think Jackie knew the story.
Jackie knew the story.
Yeah, she laughed at the punchline already.
Oh my God.
Out there.
You know, I know, and I'm looking at Ryan, he's got his finger up. You make sure you better put the right finger, pal. That's what I'm
Is it
talking.
1? Oh, it's 5. Oh, it's 10. No,
What
it's
do we got, 10 minutes?
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
1.
1
10,
second.
9, 8.
7.
He's still got 1 up there. We have no idea.
I don't know what are you doing?
But I got to tell you, you know, folks, we've got a great cast coming on the show this week. We've got all kinds of authors. We've got somebody from drag racing.
Not drag racing.
Yes, we do. Tomorrow morning.
Who?
I can't tell you. It's a surprise.
Oh my God, in heaven, how exciting.
Yeah. And he's going to be sharing some things from us. In fact, he's going to be on Pawn Stars.
Not
that
Pawn
might
Stars.
give it away a little bit.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
So anyway, we've got a big cast coming on this week on the radio show, and then of course we're starting to film for the TV show. We're so excited.
It is.
And you know, a lot of our friends and family and people that are involved in WEMA and supporters of WEMA, including Let's Talk About Your Hair. You know, over there, Peter Anthony. He's the one that's been doing my hair, and I have to apologize because I just got up in the morning and this is what I look like. But
Yes.
he
Yeah,
said,
the makeup
let me manage the color.
what
And
you
then
said?
also Marissa's doing my hair and makeup for TV. Now for radio, it's a little more casual, you know. So we've got a great team that's stacking up. David Taylor is doing our videography along with John Stiles. We've got Susan McKinney who's taking photos also during the sessions. And let's see, who else do we have? We have Diane Fox, who's been helping us with some of our social media, our websites,
Right.
and also Susan McKinney. And so thank you to everybody that's being supportive of us. Dr. Perry and Diana and Neil
Right.
Campaneras.
Yes.
Oh my God, I said it.
we're going, and like I said, look at Ryan. Are we ready to go to break, Right. Right, okay.
Yes. If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And today we're enjoying this wonderful breakfast, compliments of Chef Michael. And it's really good. So wait until you get to see it this afternoon on YouTube. But come right back because we've got some more information for you. And after our sponsors. See you in a few minutes. Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. I wasn't sure what Ryan was doing. I guess he was pointing at me. It's your turn, it's your turn. Anyway, we're here with Chef Michael, and he just prepared this wonderful breakfast for us. He's got the Okie Country gravy. We've got the scrambled eggs, bacon, potatoes, toast, and biscuits.
Right.
Oh my gosh, and it's so good.
One of the things I want to zoom in, and everybody, I want you to, when you look at it in today, John, take us zoom in that. See this? See the sauce, everybody? See the gravy? See how it doesn't separate? See how nice and beautiful that is? Now, in the event, God forbid, you made a mistake and you see oil. That's when I say oil, a little bit of the country grease, the country gravy, you know, that separates from the sausage and bacon. Well, to turn around and even that out, just add a little bit more milk. Add milk to it. Don't worry about it. Just add some milk and it'll blend right in. Because like I said, this is the flavor, this is the consistency it's supposed to have. It's supposed to be a gravy look, and as you can see, John's zooming in. One thing about the bacon, never throw the bacon out. It never really go bad when it's like that. And like later on today, you can have a nice BLT sandwich. Take it out, put it in the microwave for like not even 10 seconds, and nice mayonnaise, nice French, nice beautiful toast, some nice tomatoes, and some lettuce, and some beautiful bacon, and you got a beautiful BLT sandwich. So, you know, bacon's really nice. But a lot of the restaurants, they make that in advance or from early in the morning. You know, the problem is when it sits out too long, then it dries out. You always want that crispiness. And again, as you can see by the eggs, okay, these eggs are so moist because if you try it with the oil, I'm telling you, it usually dries out. But see how nice that is? See how moist this is? Look how beautiful and fluffy.
Well, you put a lot of butter.
What's that? That's the hook. I'm telling you, the key is the butter. Look at this. Look how nice. I'm going to take another bite. Man, that's so good. Now, let me give you a little secret. People say, oh my God, I can't finish this. Save it. Guess what you do? Get that egg. Listen carefully. Get yourself some mayonnaise. All right? Get yourself a little bit of onion. Cut it real fine. You got yourself egg salad. Don't throw it away. Listen to me. Don't throw it away. Make an egg salad. So when you're done your breakfast, get that same egg and make egg salad, and you can keep it for another day or two. You have a beautiful egg salad sandwich. Sometimes people send you, they put relish in it. But you could do that if you like.
Well, what about the potatoes?
One thing about potatoes, they're fantastic. You can do anything. You can make a frittata. Now, let's say you keep that. Now, let's say tomorrow morning comes up and say, oh my God, what do I want to make? I got these potatoes. Throw them out. Hell no. Don't you dare do anything like that. You get your egg, beat it up, get them same potatoes, throw those potatoes in that egg. Cut them up and make yourself, well, you don't have to. You can leave them just like that.
In a frittata?
In a frittata. Make yourself an omelet, an egg and potato omelet. So everything that you see here can be redone for the following day. So you family guy that's out there, that's working very hard, you know, pitching your pennies, raising a family.
Even Carl Grosso.
Even the Grossos, even Carl Grosso, the billionaires and the tanners, the trillionaires. I just create that. But anyway, I want to show you something.
Yes.
Okay, I'm very excited because October 5th, the great Dick Kastel Orchestra, who's my future father-in-law, who I love with all my heart. He was here last night. What could that guy eat? And the big bands we're going to be performing at Sienna's. We got Mark Jehovy, who is, let me tell you something. People in Radio Land, I don't want to hear ballads. I'm not a ballads guy. I want swing. But we went to see Mark Jehovy at the Mad Greek. And he sang, "Who Can I Turn To When Nobody Needs Me?" Beautiful song. I never heard thundering applause like what this kid got. And I says, you know something, Mark? I'm going to allow one ballad in this show. And you're singing it. And that's what he's doing. Then we got David DaCosta.
Right.
And one thing I like about Dave, there's a million Sinatra impersonators. The two guys I'm going to mention, they're not Sinatra impersonators. These guys sing their own style, but these guys are good. And they really honor Sinatra, the music that David.
And they each have their own style, too.
David DaCosta is absolutely pound for pound incredible. My very special friend, the Rat Pack, the original Rat Pack, because I'm the leader of this Rat Pack, is Peter Pavone. Pete is handsome, 6'3", good-looking kid, sings his butt off. What a singer. And he's doing, "I'm getting married in the morning, ding dong, the bells are gonna chime." What a song this is. What a show this is going to be. And Dave DaCosta's with us. Naturally, the love of my life, Sandy Kastel, the heart of my heart. Okay, but here's the funniest part. You're going to love this. Could you zoom in on that picture? Sandy got that picture for me. And I got to tell you the truth. That picture was taken 22 years ago when I had hair. And I thought it'd be kind of cute to see what I looked like with hair. But that's the original picture of me 22 years ago. And John Carlos said to me, "Was that your confirmation picture?" And I told him no. And last but not least, thank you, John, is Jimmy Melodor. Now,
the great, legendary.
You know, when you hear about Charlie Parker, the word Charlie Parker, for those that are out there, the greatest saxophone player ever. He was the great. Jimmy Melodor is in the line of those people. And the day that God takes Jimmy to heaven, that's kind of the last of the Mohicans. Because let me tell you, there's jazz players, but Jimmy is pound for pound the best. So do yourself a favor, folks. Get you in a car. There's no cover. There's no minimum. All right? Come to Sienna's on Wednesday. Come and see Sandy and I. Because the show that we put together, I'm going to tell you right now, with no disrespect to anybody in town, you can't beat this show because the talent is unsurpassed.
And then this event is going to be October 5th. And you need to get your tickets for it because we're selling out the tickets. We only have 120 seats total, and we've already gone through half of them. So get your ticket. Call 360-3358. That's 360-3358. Of course, don't forget your area code, 702.
Right. And
tell them that that you want to come to the show October 5th and get your tickets. Because you have to pay for your tickets so you can get your tickets. Because it has a number on it, folks.
Right.
We only have 120 tickets. Yes. So, and also this Saturday afternoon, 1 to 3 p.m., we'll be having our WEMA fundraiser right here. So give me a call at 702-348-5707, 348-5707. And get your name on that list, RSVP with me as soon as you can, so that we know how many people are coming, so that we know how many meatballs you have to make.
Yeah, you're right. But here's the best part about the show. It's $35 a ticket. Portion of the proceeds is going to WEMA.
Of course.
But the best part of it all, it's a sit-down dinner included. Let me repeat myself so you people heard me correctly. Dinner is included. I think he's making eggplant parmesan, chicken marsala, something.
It's dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show included.
$35.
You ain't going nowhere. Now, could we got more money? Of course. You know what I said to Sandy? Now, make it affordable so there's no excuse for people. Because let's face it, folks, you go out for lunch. You're picking up a $45 tab for lunch and you got no show. And
the musicians that are playing on this and the big band, I mean, some of these guys have worked with the greats. I mean, my dad has, been here in town since 1963, and he worked at the Frontier, he worked at the Hilton, he worked at Caesars, he's worked all over the place, worked with a lot of the legends. I mean, Sinatra and Judy and everybody.
I read, many times, a lot of people read the Bible. I'm not a book reader, but I always enjoy reading the Word. And I was in the Old Testament and
the Gold
Moses.
Testament? Where's the Old Testament?
The Old
Is that
Testament.
over at Carl's?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Old Testament. And it said decay. Moses talked about decay. And what happens is I took a hard research. I didn't know that my father-in-law was living then. in Moses' time. That's how old
Don't
he
let
is.
him hear you say that.
Oh,
We say, I'm only 84. I'm only
84, I'm only 84. And I'm telling you, folks, he can really blow. It's really great.
Yeah.
I tell you, I had a wonderful time. I hope that everybody out there had a good time. I do apologize for those that didn't call in. We're going to try to do something next week to try to get everybody to call in so we can have some interaction.
I don't
with
know,
the
it's really a
people.
challenge.
It's
a
a challenge.
challenge whenever you do a remote. But the exciting thing is this afternoon you can go to YouTube and you can pull up Sandy Kastel and Friends with today's date on it, whatever that is. What is today's date?
Today's the 15th.
Oh, it's just flying by so
Today-
quickly. It's almost Christmas. Anyway,
Yeah.
pull up our show today, and you can watch how Chef Michael prepared this breakfast, and then you can also do it. And if you go to our Facebook page, I've got all the ingredients listed right there on Sandy Kastel and Friends. So
And don't
how are we doing, Ryan, over there?
We're doing it right. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And don't forget, everybody, we're thinking of a great name for the supper club. So if you got an
Yeah,
idea,
give us some ideas.
Give us right on was it Facebook?
Yeah, Diane. Yeah, we'll put out a post and we'll ask you guys to send in, what your names are, what you think would be a great name
Great
for our
name
restaurant.
for a supper club, Italian cuisine. You know what I mean? And like I said, name it after
Lucy
me.
and Desi.
Something like that. But I think it'll be kind of great. We're kind of happy. And we thank you so much again. And we're very excited that you're going to be seeing us every Saturday and Sunday on television. So now you can sit back.
Coming soon
and watch the antics of Sandy Kastel and the wacky Chef Michael. And I'm really excited.
And also Ricky Cash and Aaron Phillips
Ricky
are going to
Cash,
be joining us.
right.
Yes,
Well,
and
they're on
Jimmy Molador with the band.
They're on strict diets right now because right now
They're getting ready.
they're getting
for the
ready.
show.
Right now they're trying to slim down because Ricky Cash wants to be a ballerina and Aaron Phillips wants to be a pole dancer. Why, I don't know.
We're so excited that they're joining us on our team, and we're going to have a wonderful time. And thank you everybody again for tuning in to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We will see you again tomorrow morning here on KLAV 12:30 a.m. on your dial. Remember, you can find rebroadcasts of our show on KLAV tonight at midnight, also on Vegas All Net Radio at 10 p.m., and of course on YouTube this afternoon. And of course on our website, check out what we're doing, the WIMA Foundation, WIMA Foundation.org. Join us, become a member just for $35 a year. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everybody. We love you. This bacon is really good. Wow.